better in here. I get a bit more comfier. I thought the sun was going to come out today, but it's not cold, but it's not warm. It's just a bit in between. I think we're just going to do a random chat again today. For those who like gardening, my first little bit of chat. Mark, if you do watch this or you're on. Hi, Hayley. Nice to see you. I did plant some sweet peas and sweet corn because they did actually germinate. And then, but like I went in today in there and I was like, oh, my sweet peas aren't growing. I don't know if they're going to grow because what I've put them in. And I just noticed they've come up. I'll see if I can show you how to unplug it. I was like, yay, because I thought they're just not going to come up, but they have done. So where are they? So I've got them all out on the floor at the minute. So they're my sunflowers, and Mark told me I could put them in the garden. So I have with my, where is it? With my, don't know if you can see through there. Where is it? Oh, where is it? Hi, Amanda. I'm trying to show you my thing I got from Aldi the other day. Where is it? My, hang on. Can you see the archway? Where is it? You see the archway? No, you can't. Hang on. Let me go outside. Let me show you from the kitchen. Ooh, the green lady. Yeah, I got an archway, and Mark said to put it in, you know, from Go Grow Your Own. It's Go Grow Your Own or something. You know, I have put a few of them outside today, near the archway, because I'm assuming they might grow up them as they get a bit bigger. Let me see if I can show you. See the archway? Where is it? I can't point to it. But there. There's some sunflowers at the bottom. They're my bigger ones, so see what they do. Maybe the ones are inside. We'll have to put them out because they're getting bigger. But I got excited, which sounds a bit sad, but I didn't think anything was gonna, my sweet peas were gonna grow. Where are they? Let me see. Don't know if you can see. I can't see. See the little shoots? I was like, yeah, they're coming through. And I didn't think these would come through. These are tomatoes, I think. No, they're not. They're squash. And I thought they're not coming through. And one, don't know if you can see in this one. Probably can't see. One's popping through in there. And what else? Just some more sunflowers are popping up from what I did. I think that's it. With, where's the sweet corn? Sweet corn I've just put in here because they got little roots on, so I thought I'll just do exactly the same as what I did with my, whatchamacallit, sunflowers. So, plug it back in. Oh no. I've just put my charger in my cup of tea. I think it'll be alright. It's just dangling in my cup of tea. But, so I've just done that. I was going to go and mow the lawn, but it's looking a bit, I think I'll do it tomorrow. I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like. I haven't checked it. Oh, thanks. I don't know. I was just shoving things in and that in my plastic boxes from fruit and just thought I'll just shove them in and just see. I do think the conservatory helps because I haven't got a greenhouse, obviously, so I'm just checking it out. I got a lovely bunch of flowers off my friend yesterday that I haven't seen for about, I don't know if it's 5 years, I don't know. And another friend, we all used to work together, that was really nice, and we had a laugh about. She even said, for all of those who know, I used to always colour my hair and always messing with my hair. She said, I just remember years ago, this could be 20 odd years ago, when you used to get on the bus in the morning for work and I'd just be wondering what colour your hair was every day. I was like, I've stopped it now. At 41, I've stopped it. I'm just going to let it go through. Though I do like your hair, Amanda, when you have that pink, you got your pink colouring. You're alright because you've got blonde hair, so you can change your colours. Like, if my hair all went grey, I think I'd put pink in it. I was thinking today, though, I could just grow a massive big streak out and have that look where it's darker and then just all grey, white at the front, you know, like Morticia Adams. or put pink in it. I'd like to say some people are not going to like this person I'm going to talk about in a minute. You made more effort with it today. Yeah, I'd have made a bit more effort. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. Depends, you know. There's a person I used to think that all the stuff that I'm finding out about at the minute with the media, but more of obviously the stuff with alternative news on here, not the mainstream media, the narrative on telly. This person, don't get me wrong, she has said some stupid things. Where I think, yeah, or sometimes she can be a bit harsh at what she says to people. But watching her now, yes, I knew someone was gonna, yes, I didn't used to like her, I used to think, God, she's so rude. But this is the whole point with, what is it, socialism, or what do you want to call it, like, free speech and all this stuff that's going on at the minute. And I see it now, because I've woken up, I see it now. I see her, what she's trying to do. She calls a spade at the end of the day. People get offended. I got offended by something she said. People get offended. Sometimes I think some people get offended because they know at the back of the head sometimes it's true. It's something you would say, but you'd never say it out loud because you don't want people to see you as, you know, bothered about what people think. I love Russell Brand. Some people hate him. He's like Marmite. Some people don't like him. Kate Hopkins is like Marmite. I love Russell Brand. I've always liked Russell Brand. I was a bit like when he married Katie. What's her face? But they're not together now. Wonder why. I've always liked Russell Brand. Some people don't like the way he talks and all the words he puts out there. But if you actually listen to him, oh, he definitely knows what's going on. If you watch The Trues, his news channel, he definitely knows what's going on. He's been knowing what's going on for a long time. Which Katie Hopkins, I heard a speech she did, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was in December. It was brilliant. What she's talking about is truth, and people will call it hate speech or racism or whatever they want to call it. It isn't. It's the truth of what's going on, and people aren't talking about it. So people of that group will call it hate speech or racism because they don't want people to know what's going on, if you know what I mean. But, you know, one of the biggest things, not one of the only things that's going on, in all this stuff that is going on, is one of the biggest things I see that causes lots of problems and has always caused lots of problems, not just in the UK, not just in America, all over the world, is, guess what it is? Not just money. Because money isn't a problem, it's what some people do with it. It is religion. Simple. That's why I'm not religious, because I do think religion sort of was put there because it divides people, and then people are divided about the religion and what's right and who you should be following and blah blah blah, and then it causes a load of hate, and then people are calling people racist because they don't believe this and that the other. I just see as any books out of religion was a sort of guidance. People have took it to the extreme, I think, sometimes. Basically, you're just following something. It's a bit like a gang, a cult, or whatever. At the end of the day, you can live your life being an individual, free thinking, and just being a good person. That's basically all it is about. Whatever God you believe in, if he's a true God, he would be a nice person, as I would see it. I'm not religious. He would tell you to live your life, I've said this before, in a good way next to your neighbours of whatever colour their skin is. Whatever country they come from. Oh yeah, definitely. You know, and it's just about, like I said the other day, it's about love, compassion. Oh yeah, but on both sides, because you know them religions are always fighting each other, and it's like, oh, you know, it's, we could all live a life in peace probably without religion. It's like you can believe what you believe, but it is just about living your life in the right ways and being a good, kind, loving, compassionate person to yourself, your neighbours, and people around the world from whatever country they come from. Like I said the other day, we all bleed the same blood at the end of the day. We all bleed red blood. So we're all from one. I said this the other day, we all are one. We all are connected. Like someone said in the chat the other day, your skin colour's a different colour from, where you live nearer or further away from the equator with your, what's it called? Your I can't say the word, millennium in your skin. I can't say that word. But yes, as I've always said, you treat others as you treat yourself. It just annoys me, but that's a thing that's always going to be there. Because I have been watching people on Speaker's Corner in London all last night till 1 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, people get too easily offended, and everything today, as I've said before in past posts, is to do with playing on your emotions. That's why the news is on telly. I've seen that now, and I switched to don't watch the news because it upset me. It used to upset me about going on about kids and coming over from countries and this, that, and the other. They do put things on there to upset you, to get you riled up, to get you mad, to make you do things for their agenda. People don't seem to get that. If you're watching the narrative on the news, the BBC or whatever, they don't tell the truth in everything. You will find the truth of people in the street, the people in the street who are actually living in different countries, here, everywhere around the world. They're the people who talk the truth, not the people on the news. That's what people have got to understand. Yeah, they're not really offended. They're told they should be, because we're told how everything's racism, everything's hate speech, everything's sexist, everything's this, everything's that, feminist. You're told how to think. We are brainwashed to be told how to think. When you're a free thinker and you want to put that out there, that's when you get attacked off people. Oh, you're this, you're that, and it's like, no. I don't have to listen to I don't have to live my life the way something was written in a book. I know what's right and wrong. If I'm not hurting anyone and they're not hurting me, and it's, what's the problem? If you want to go and believe in what you believe in, do it quietly in your own space. You don't need to be, do you know what I mean? It just riles me up. But I was enjoying that. And Katie Hopkins, because that's what I was talking about. Oh yeah, schooling was definitely like a lot of things I'm finding out about that now. It's just like, oh my God. And I was just listening to someone actually, because Kate Hopkins, I do like her now. She is not scared to stand up for what she believes in. She is not scared to tell the truth. That's why some people hate her, because on the news they've projected out to everyone, oh, look at her. She calls people fat, she does this, she says this, it's racist, this, that, and the other. No, she's telling the truth, and people don't like it, because people these days don't like being hurt. They don't like being called what they are, because it offends them, or they're getting told it offends you. It only offends you really if it's true, then you get upset about it. But another person I'm watching is Milo. I didn't know who he was. Yeah, the truth hurts. I might tell you something after, I don't know. But Milo, I didn't know who he was, and because I'm looking at all these things, I came across him. And he's really good, and some people don't like him. Well, they say people don't like him on the news, but he's done really well, and loads of people like him. Well, you YouTube Milo and you'll find out he's great at saying stuff, but he says things jokingly. He says things as it is, because he says he doesn't care about offending people, because people are too soft these days. We're like living in a society of mad asses, basically, that just want to cry over everything and get upset about everything, because we're told to get upset about everything, and it's pathetic. It's pathetic. I've been laughing myself. And even some things she said I've not agreed with in the past, I do agree with now. And sometimes it's offended me, because I've got upset that she might have said something about something. But deep down, I know it's true. Even about myself. Now, I don't know whether to tell you this story or not, because some of you are going to go, what? But I think I will tell you. And if my dad's on, my dad was right, but you're going to laugh at this. So, I'm watching this Katie Hopkins video last night, whatever. And I was laughing to myself, because she did say once, I don't know when it was, that she doesn't like, this is where it did make me laugh on her as well. This is what I didn't like, but I know what she was saying, sort of, but this is where she was a bit daft as well. She said she didn't like, I think it was on This Morning, she wouldn't want her children to associate with kids that have the names of Tyler, something, something, something other. My eldest is called Tyler, so I was like, my God, cheeky cow, like, oh my God. It doesn't, which I still think that doesn't, somebody's name, because she sees that as common or whatever, does not, yeah, do you remember it? Does not, how she was saying about children with their name does not describe my son that way. But whatever. But the funny thing everyone did laugh at on that interview, she said she didn't like children who were names after, countries and stuff, though her daughter's name is India. So I was a bit like, right. She also said in a chat that she didn't like people with tattoos. So I was like, oh. But I did start laughing because I do like her now and I see a funny side to her as well. And I just thought, oh, well, I like her. She probably won't like me because my son's called Tyler and I've got tattoos. So, okay. And then I rang my dad because we talk about this. The dad, I did take offence, but I don't now because I know it's true. So, but this is what I mean about getting offended. But deep down, you know it's true. Some people are going to go, what? But just listen to what I'm saying after I've said it. So I rang my dad and I was like, oh yeah, Kate Hopkins. Oh, like I'm laughing about it. Like, it's really funny. Like, she wouldn't like me because son's called Tyler and I've got a tattoo, but never mind. I do like her. Doesn't mean I don't have to like her. And then my dad said, well, no, she wouldn't like you because, get ready for this. She wouldn't like you because your son's called Tyler. This is my dad, by the way. Your son's called Tyler. You've got a tattoo and you're fat. And I went, what? He went, do you not think you're fat? And I was like on the phone going, well, I did put weight on because obviously I've got a young one who's 3, but there's no excuse there because he's 3 now. Yeah, he said, you're fat. And I went, and I did get upset. I thought, oh my God, my dad has called me fat. And I was like, well, I have lost quite a bit of weight, from my first videos, as you can tell. But then again, I went to bed and I was upset, Dad, if you're watching this. But then I thought, well, it's true because I'm not obese, but yeah, I am fat. As in, I do need. I did think to myself, I said to Dad, no, got dead defensive, like upset, because I knew deep down inside that I do want to lose more weight, and I want to lose about. I haven't weighed myself, so I don't know what I am. I need to lose about a stone. I have been a bit lazy. I was exercising, then you like fall off and you get back on again. I have been a bit lazy, and I thought, well, he is telling the truth because I know deep down inside I want to lose weight and I am over the weight that I used to be obviously because I've been a bit lazy. I am eating plant-based and I know I've lost weight. I have a problem with my chest area which sometimes in certain clothes does make me look a lot bigger than I am. Women will understand that. So depending on what I'm wearing sometimes a top will hang off my chest so it'll make me look wider. But I know I've lost weight and I know people said they can tell, but I do need to work a little bit harder at it. And I went to bed and thought, no, don't get upset because I actually do need to lose weight and I do need to lose a stone or a little bit more. People might not think that, but I do. To me, I do. So therefore, I am overweight. So yes, my dad was right. He just could have said it in a nicer way. He was just doing a Katie Hopkins, basically. But that's what I mean about getting offended, where deep down, I could have got really, really upset about that. But then it just made me think, well, Janine, get back on track, I am on track, but just push it a little bit more. Because I did watch that programme where she did that thing of, she put the weight on. She found it hard to put the weight on, actually. I watched that last night and then get it back off. But yeah, so sometimes you get offended because you know deep down inside it's true. And it's like some people will say things to other people, go, oh, look at her doing that, but they know deep down they do it behind closed doors. They just have to, do you know what I mean? So, thanks, Dad, but I was offended at first and then I wasn't because I thought, well, you're telling the truth, you just said it a bit. But Kate Hopkins did not retract what she said about bigger people. When I watched another interview she did with a lady who was obese and she had to have a stomach stapling thing, she said she did feel, there's certain words she could word it right because she knows now that she's been there and she found it with, because she was telling the truth saying even the weight she put on wouldn't be a lot to some people, but she said it just made her slower in different things. And you know that when you do put weight on, and I know from putting a lot of weight on with my second child after I had him, trying to exercise, I hurt my feet from trying to do it, my bones, having that extra weight on you does, you know, this is fact, it's harder. Well, should I show you? Just trying to turn you around so it can stand up. Hang on. Let me see if I can... Oh. Wait, I just knocked it off, let me... Oh, Jesus. Don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if this is gonna... Hang on. I'll have to lower you. I'm just smashing everything on the table. Right. That's my belt, by the way. I don't know if you can see, it's the lighting. Some people say... I don't know what people say. They have a bigger chest, so... But some people might say, no, you're not. But at the end of the day, I know what I'm only 5'4.5", so I know that, you know, clothes can be deceiving. You know, they can pull you in a little bit and stuff like that. Blah, 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 blah. And some people might think, oh, no, I know I'm not big, you know. I know I don't even know what size I am. I think I'm like a size 14, like go into a 12. And some things are a 12. I think these pants are a 12, but I don't know if they're true sizes. But I get bigger across here. But some people might think, oh my God, not that big. But I am. Maybe it is. I don't know. But for me, for my height, yeah, people do with that, but I bet you find it harder, not in a nasty way, but I bet you find it harder than you did before. You know, because I did when I was a lot bigger than I am now, just trying to exercise or, you know, certain things. And I just used to get really sore feet because obviously it was the extra weight, but I know how I feel at a certain size or what looks right on me, if you know what I mean. Yeah, bones. I used to get really sore feet. They used to like go like that. I don't know why. They don't now when I had extra weight on me. But yeah. So I've just got to work a little bit harder at it basically. But that made me laugh last night because I thought, no, when you actually sit there when someone said something you don't like and actually think, why do I not like it? Is it because, you know, whatever it is that they've said, you know, you get upset for a bit. Then I thought, but why am I getting upset about it? Because I still do need to, but that's fine anyway. And I know that at the end of the day. But yeah, Milo was talking about, what was he going on about this morning? He was just doing some speeches on schools and stuff. Oh, do you like my bag? That I'm doing. A shopping bag. They don't care. Do you know what? They don't care. But I hate that because when people say, oh, on medicines, why do they always make you put weight on? ICQ people, where we go one, we go all. Are you gardening today? No, because I've just put some sunflowers in my garden. They're only about that big. And my sweet corn sprouted, so I've just put them in pots now. Doing exactly what I did with my sunflowers. That works. That's what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing because I'm not a gardener. I'm trying to learn off all you allotmenters and gardeners and people that I've been watching. But we'll see how they go. I'll show you them if they sprout up. They should do. But yeah, I'm just liking Katie Hopkins now. Like, spade is a spade. Just say it. Can we all stop getting offended about things? Oh, you need to. But you need to go on that channel that I was telling you about. I don't know what that is in that. We the People 24/7 soapbox on air. You need to go on there. The Q does drops, breadcrumbs, little breadcrumbs that people can go and research about, and then you'll find out about stuff. Yeah, We the People all together. We the People 24/7. It'll say soapbox on it. We the People 24/7. It'll come up. You might not get what's going on first because they have people talking on camera now, which is really good. Live chat down the side. So open the live chat. You'll see what everyone's saying. There's people on there from all over the world. It is American because obviously good. Obviously, it's Trump that's bringing it all in and everything, and it's not what people. Some people don't understand is Trump's bringing it all in. Some people think Trump's bad, but they don't understand what he's doing because too many people are watching the narrative on the BBC and CNN and all the news channels that only feed us what they want to feed us, not the alternative news channels like on here, the truthers that are trying to get the truth out. But obviously, there's people who are trying to pretend the truth is getting the truth out, which isn't. They're just going along with CNN and all that. It's not just going on in America, it's going on in Britain, it's going on all over the world. All these things are starting to come out. That's why I say to people, they're going about conspiracy theories. Why are people talking about it all the time then? Why is it what everybody is talking about at the minute? Well, that's up to you. I don't think that, but that's the thing. Everyone can think what they think, and then if it all comes out in the end and I'm wrong or they're wrong, then we'll find out at the end of the day. But I don't think that. Not of what I've seen, because like I said, on that channel, they give you the stuff to go and do the research yourself. Then you can find out yourself and make your own mind up yourself to believe it or not, what's going on and all that. Trump helped with North Korea and South Korea. But that's what I'm saying. Don't go off what I'm saying. You've got to go and do your research about it and see what people are talking about. See what marches are going to be coming up in Britain soon on the 6th of May in Speaker's Corner. What's going to be going on. I think... Did you? Yeah. Did you just not pay it and just not have a TV? Because I do not watch TV anymore at all. I think it's... The only reason I have a TV is like for kids' programmes, but my son can watch this, but I just... The only reason I've got a TV, because I don't like watching soaps anymore, because it's put into soaps and stuff, feeding you information you don't think you are when you're watching it. I'm just not interested in stuff on telly anymore. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. They just feed your minds with stuff. You don't know why you sat there, but like I said, the people who know. But yeah, there's a lot of marches coming up soon and a lot of speakers coming out saying stuff and a lot of things going on. That's up to you, because I say, I don't sit and watch the narrative on the news that read the same things out and every news channel is talking about, and they only put their opinion on it. You can't ring into that station and put your opinion on it. The real people of the news are the people on the street, the real people, the real working people that are on the street, the people who are actually living what's going on the street, word of mouth on the street, which is like on YouTube, not the high up YouTubers. They talk the truth, us the people on the street, not the government, not the reporters, not people like that, the real people on the street. You want to go out and find out what people are talking about, what our channel's talking about at the minute, if you can get through all the ones that are trying to twist things or the clickbait and all that sort of stuff. What are the real people talking about? When you want news from someone's mouth, you want to go on the streets and ask real people, not what the government are putting out there or the news channels that only put their narrative up and don't let anyone talk. If you watch I Can Laugh now, you get people going on trying to talk about different things and they try to shut them up. They try to fob them off and they're just talking about stupid celebrities all the time. Like, what's this person doing? We're not bothered about celebrities. That's another problem we've got. You're following the stars, as in the stars, the celebrities, because they've got millions of views and they do this and they do that, and that's what's up with our generation today, following, Yeah, it is. If you say this to anyone, they think you're crazy. But the only people who think you're crazy are the people sat in front of the telly watching the narrative on the normal news. But the thing is, there's that much going to be coming out soon, and people are beginning to talk. It's a hive mind. You start talking, the real people, everybody's talking. It's going around the world, and it is around the world because I can see it on YouTube. It's going around the world with different cultures and everything. Everybody's talking about or beginning to wake up to the Great Awakening, because that's what it's called. Hive mind, people start talking. You can't stop people talking in a hive mind once it starts going. it's getting about, it's got about, it's going to start coming out. And then the people who are sat in front of the narrative on the news are going to be like, all this stuff of Q and that is there to make you research, and it's all about to make you think. It's to make you be a free thinker, not just sit there in front of the news on telly and believe. I'm not saying everything on there's a lie, they twist things. Sitting there and believing what you see on telly, television, tell lies, vision. It's a vision they're putting in front of you, and you just sit there taking it all in and believing everything that's on it. But if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. And if you believe it, then you believe it. But sometimes you have got to think outside the box and think, why are people talking about this? Maybe you should just go and do a bit of research and just see what they're saying, see what they're saying, see what he's saying, see what she's saying, and I'll make my own mind up for myself. It's like people can come on here and say, oh, I think this, that, and the other. That's fine. You do you and I'll do me, but I believe what I believe at the minute. If something changes and I swap my mind, then that's up to me to swap my mind. But from what I can see, has been going on from the word dot. It's been going on a lot of the problems from out of, we've been lied to about World War II, World War One, whatever, why our grandfathers that went to war has been a sham, not been told about it. There's loads. It's not just one thing, it's not just religion, it's quite a lot of things is going on. It's quite hard for people to compute, and that's why they said, yeah, tell it, that's why they said a lot of people are going to find it hard to compute it when it all comes out, because they're going to be like, but why? But why are they doing this? But like I said before, there's people who care and people who don't care. There's good people and there's bad people. The bad people are not going to, the elites or whatever you want to call them, they're not going to want, they don't want everyone to know. That's what they've been doing. They lie about stuff. They get us doing stuff and thinking it's something else. Like, you might think someone's good, but really they're bad, because sometimes it's the other way around. So everyone hates Trump, but really behind the scenes, Trump's doing a good thing. But I can see what's been going on, what the things he said, people on the news have been saying, oh, he's going to cause World War III and that. Why are things calming down then? Why are like North Korea and South Korea making friends? Why are all these things going on? That the news, CNN, whoever was saying, oh, he's going to do this, and some of them are changing the mind a bit, changing the tune a bit. Why? Got to think about it. I'll just sit there in front of the narrative and think, oh, I'm going to believe everything I see on telly. What behind a camera that they're shooting that little piece there and telling you what they want you to think. It's about what they want you to think. They don't want you to think for yourself. They just want you to believe what's on the telly. Like I said, the biggest source is on the word on the street. Like, I'm sure if a lot of people went on the word on the street in California to all the homeless people there and all around the world where loads of different things have happened, and find out if the people on the street, not the reporters, not the newsreaders, not the government, not some of the other, organisations, the word, the people, the real people on the street is what it's about. And that's why that channel I told you to go to is called We the People 24/7. It's Patriots. Patriots. That's all I can say. Anyway, what's everyone doing this Sunday? And I only tell people to go and check that channel out, to go and check it out. Don't like it, you don't have to stay on it. People don't like me, they don't have to watch me. Well, thumbs down, there's always someone, a certain person who's always thumbing down, but then I just think, well, why are they watching me if they don't like what I'm saying? Because they obviously don't like what I'm saying because they're putting a thumbs down, but I don't mind. They've come on. They have to click on to watch it, so whatever. Or are they thumbing down because they know what I'm saying is true, because they just feel a bit offended, like I was saying before, but I don't know. But today's a bit off. I don't know if it's what it's like round where you are, but it's a bit off. Everyone gets thumbs down. I mean, I don't think anyone could ever really come on and not get something, because there's always going to be somebody who doesn't like it, but then I don't understand why they watch. Yeah, they do. They drain people from the jobs. They want people working more. They want people working longer hours. They want them working longer hours for less money, to come home stressed, to get depressed, to drink, to smoke, to eat, to kill yourself off that way, like, just being unhealthy and stuff, to just get depressed, to go to work the next day. That isn't what life's about. That isn't what life's about. But they're not bothered, these people up there, because they've got all the money. They've got, they don't have to, they can eat nice food and be healthy and have time to do this and go on nice holidays and blah, blah, blah. They're not bothered about us, the people, the normal people. They don't care. We're just cattle to them. That's all we are. We do the jobs, you know. Like someone said, I don't know who I was watching, they said, you know, the people who fish for the fish and the people who lay the bricks, the people who do that, we do the jobs for them while they just sit there and get rich because the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. It is distracting. That's why there's so much stuff out there. When people saying it's conspiracies, then obviously other people are going to put channels up like CNN News and all different people because there's people paid to distract people. This is where people don't think. There might be really big YouTubers. You're like, they're there to distract you because if you can't weed yourself through it all, it's really hard. I found it dead confusing, but I can see more and more what's going on because I'm digging through watching people and listening to actually what they're saying and then going off looking at something else. That's why they're saying you've got to research. If you can weed them people out, clickbait and all that, and see what people are saying, that's why you get people commenting on when you're on YouTube and nasty people sometimes because they want to. You have your trolls, and I do believe you have people there that are paid behind YouTube to go on and diss people and stuff because they want to make people look like they're talking rubbish or they're racist or they're sexist to put people off because then you're thinking, oh, it mustn't be that because look at all these comments someone's put. That's what they do. They want to distract you so to make it hard enough for you to find out the truth. That's what they've been doing for years and years. When TV first got invented in the 40s or late 1930s or whenever it was, that's when things probably got easier for them to lie to us because they were putting visions out. Families are sat in front of the TV day in, day out in the evenings. Whenever you watch a lot of telly, there's a lot of channels to watch. Who is the media run by? The main media. Who's it run by? Yeah, and the government are trying to shut the truthers down. That's why you'll see people's channels disappear. That's why everything's called hate speech now. You get done for hate speech because they want to shut you up. You should be able to talk about anything you want to talk about. Whether you're swearing or someone's got offended by it or you're calling someone this or that, you should still be able to say it. If you get offended, you get offended. It's freedom of speech, that's what they're taking away or took away. They call it hate speech now because everything's... Like I said, the guy got sent to prison with his dog, but they're not talking about other things that are going on with kids being abused, blah, blah, blah. That's more important, but no, they're just going on about a guy that did a joke because it was racist, blah, 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 whatever it was. It's just pathetic. But like I said, they will put things out there. Like I said, you sit in front of the TV with Pizzagate. A lot of people don't know about that when they find out they're going to be, you know what I mean? But you sit and watch the telly with your family day in, day out. People sit there, you know, like zombies, just listening to what the news is saying, listening to what the programmes are saying, taking it all in. You know what I mean? And I've said before, you can't ring into that programme and go, oh, I don't believe in this, because you can't. It's in front of you. But on YouTube, you can have live debates with people, or you can comment or something and other people comment back. I don't just mean me commenting back. Someone, you know, people have a discussion, whether that's a hot debate or not, or people are getting annoyed. But at least people can sort of chat to each other. And I've seen people have comments in arguments and all of a sudden then they've been all right with each other and they've gone, oh, well, you know, that's your opinion, that's my opinion, we'll just see, because you've got the right to have your own opinion. We don't have to believe what everyone else believes. Have your own opinion. Let's agree then. We'll agree to disagree on what I'm talking about then, but we'll agree on that then. But do you know what I mean? The TV doesn't give you that. No, I don't think so. What was that? I might have done, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm watching these days. I'm just watching everything. I'm just finding it so interesting because it's like once you've been told lies and you can see that things are lies, then you're like, why? And then you've got to look into that, like, why have we been lied to all this time? It goes back to, you know, what do you call it? You know, different countries invading other countries years back and this, that and the other, and Hitler and blah, 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 and the lies we've been told about things in the war, and there's loads of it. Ugh, it's bonkers. It's like massive. A lot of it, but people are doing their own little breakdowns of different little things, you know, but it's all in the same thing. It's all got the same agenda behind it. Yeah, it's all got the same agenda behind it by the same people, a group of, you know, these elites with the money. Bonkers. Why, where are you from? America? bonkers. But I don't know, and there's just some people I've seen in Speaker's Corner with massive gajongas, than half the government have got, that will stand up there and say what they're saying. They're not being intimidated off certain groups. They're saying what they're going to say. And yeah, they do get aerated, but they're saying what they want to say. Allotment. I don't know. People say, oh, I don't like my accent anyway. But yeah, and I don't normally go on about these things, but I'm interested in it now. The first time in my life, I'm actually interested in politics and all this stuff that's going on. And like I said, naturally, I was coming away like 6 years ago, 8 years ago. I've been naturally coming away over time. Allotment. Naturally coming away from the news and TV and programmes and programmes I used to love over the last 8 years. Even music, I don't even listen to certain music anyway, hip hop and all that. Just naturally come away from it. I kept thinking, like, what's up with me? Why am I coming away from stuff? Why do I not like the news anymore? Why is it so upsetting? Because everything plays on your emotions. If things play on your emotions so much, it affects you. That's when you start getting angry and start hating and stuff. And that's why they do it, because they want you to see certain things going on in the news to upset you. No, I'm a Pisces, and that says something. No, I'm a Pisces. I used to get upset over everything. I still get upset now, but I have to look at it and think, why are they doing that? Why have they put that on? Why have they put that kid on crying about blah, blah, blah in another country, like to affect us, to get us all wanting to go over and bombing someone in another country because we think this is going on. Actually, it's something behind that's going on. Not saying people aren't getting killed and that, there's something going on in the background that they're not telling us, because they don't want to tell us. They want us to go to war. I don't know. I don't know. No, my Pisces, and they're empathetic. Anyway, they're like quite an emotional star sign, which I am, which is probably why I did get upset about all this when I found out. I have said this, I did nearly have a breakdown about it. I just could not believe what was going on behind the scenes. And I don't just mean what I'm talking about, I mean other stuff that is really upsetting to, I can't even say to a mother, just to a parent. And you don't even have to be a parent to be upset about it. It's just disgusting. But, oh, you're Aquarius. Well, I'm on the cusp because my birthday's on the 20th. So it just changes over from the 19th of January to the 20th of Feb. So, yeah. But, yes, we're quite, got told we've got a head in the clouds. That's what I've always been told, head in the clouds. You don't know what you're talking about. Head in the clouds all the time. I'm actually glad for all this time my head has been in the clouds, because obviously if it's been here, in what do you want to call it? What I will call it the Matrix now, the world we live in, I'm actually glad it's been up there, because it's obviously been up there because maybe subconsciously my head knew that it shouldn't have been down here with all the lies that we've been taught, if anyone gets what I'm trying to say. I'm glad it's been up there off with fairies or whatever you want to call it, because down here we've been lied to. And letting me be up there, I don't mean I was up there, I'm just saying out of thinking outside the box, yeah? I'm glad I've got a brain the way I've got, of people saying, oh, bit dippy, or, away with the fairies, head in the clouds. Well, I'm glad, because that means I'm a free thinker, and I've always thought outside the box, and that's why I can think, what if this is happening, and why have they said that and they've said that? So, right, I don't know what I believe at the minute, but I'm just going to think outside the box. I'm going to do a bit of research. I'm just going to think, like, what if? It's not about you have to believe, it's just like going, right, well, what if then? Have they done that because of like what they're saying on that side? Look at what the left are saying, look at what the right are saying, and then be like, why are they saying that? But then actually look at what's happening. The news do lie, but they do put a few bits up there. Yeah, it's about being open-minded. But snippets that are coming out in the news, like North Korea and South Korea and all that, why has that just come out? I thought we were going to war with him. I thought Trump was causing war with him. No, he wasn't. It's what people don't understand. And then they start backtracking on themselves on the news, like, oh, we thought it was this, we're sorry. We thought it was this. No, you tell lies on the telly. You're trying to put him down all the time. I don't really care what people think about him if you don't like him. I'm just saying I do. But that's me. It doesn't have to be you. But we will see in the end. And that's not for people to say if I was wrong, for people to go, oh, see, we were right, you were wrong. Or for me to go, oh, I was right, you were wrong. It'll just be like, well, you know, let's forget all that and let's get on with making. And it's not like make America great, make Britain great, make Germany great, make France great. It's about making the whole world great. But obviously you're doing for your own country at the time, like I'm from Britain, so, you know, but it's about making the world great. That's what Trump wants as well. I believe he's coming over here. You know, and it doesn't matter if you're on the Trump train or not. It doesn't matter if you like him or not. You've just got to start thinking outside the box and doing your research. Don't just sit in front of the telly letting them spoon feed you what they want spoon feed you. I watched something last night with an interview with, I'm not going to say who it was. Exactly, closed-minded people are the easiest to influence and control. Of course they are, because they just go along with what's being said. And there was, I'm not going to say what it was about, because everyone will be like, yeah. But there was two ladies having a discussion about something. And this older lady thought she could outdo this young lady who was talking the truth in my eyes. But she didn't. She sort of got the better of her. So what the news did after was she went and then they just let the old woman speak without that woman there to defend what she was saying, because they wanted her to put her agenda across, obviously, on the news of what they wanted her to say to you lot sat out there, which wasn't fair because that girl should have been there. I know that probably doesn't think, but I'm not going to say what it was about. But it's just like, I've watched loads of interviews on TV at the minute when someone's been trying to say something that makes you think, they shut them down or they go off on another subject or they start laughing about something or whatever, and it's like, you won't let them speak. So what's the point in bringing them on TV? A bit like Tommy Robinson's, if anyone knows what he's like. Everyone goes on about him, saying it's hate speech. It's not, if you try and look at what he's saying. Maybe not all things, but if you look at what he's saying. Hi. And that's the point, because they don't want people to have freedom of speech. That's why everything now. Yeah. Oh, you will. I think you will. But that's up to people. But like, I don't know, I just find it funny. I do watch the news a little bit now just to see what they are saying as on that black box in the corner. Sometimes, because I just sit there and think, oh my God, or if someone's changed their mind or something's come up about something and you just think, oh right, they're changing the tune now from what they were saying last week. But that's why everything now is hate speech. Oh, it's racist. Yeah, to reinforce that you won't go against the narrative, people won't take you seriously. Hate speech, you're racist, you're sexist, you're feminist, you're this, you're that. They put all that there so everyone can, put that on you, point to you that you're this, that and the other, so you won't speak because, oh, look at her, he's this, he's that. Oh, look. No, someone's just trying to put their point across of what they think. They don't want people thinking for themselves. They don't want the truth coming out about it because obviously it's going to hinder them. But in my eyes, the people, like me and you, will win in the end over these big elites because they just will. That's what they're scared of. When the masses wake up, because we've all been asleep. Yeah, when people hiding behind certain people, and don't get me wrong, there's people that are not said nothing because they're scared and, up near them. Oh, yeah, and or been blackmailed or whatever. But once the masses wake up, which they're starting to, because people are talking about things, and someone said they heard someone talking, and that was over here as well. They heard someone talking about this, and they were like, "Oh, do you know?" And then people start asking, like, "Oh, that's why." I can never say his name. Kanye West, whatever his name is, has started saying he likes Trump and has started speaking out, which is a good thing. Because like I said, he's got about 28 million followers. They've also said that, who else was getting red pilled? Jenna Jameson. Yes, I know who Jenna Jameson is, but she started asking who's Q, what's going on, this, that and the other. When the masses wake up all around the world, then they're in trouble. That's why they don't want things leaking out. That's why they're shutting people up. Yeah, you go on Grand Torino's channel. He's an Irish guy. He's got. They're doing a channel on there. It's showing you who in America and probably all over the world are resigning from the jobs now. You don't get told this on the black box in the corner. Who's resigning? Who's ended up dead? Blah, 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 blah. You know, high up. Loads, hundreds of names. So go and check that channel out. Like I said, do some research. They're not going to tell you that on that box over there because they don't want you to know that, because they're scared that the masses are waking up. But the masses are waking up. You know, it's not really our fault when we've been lied to. They put us in situation, lied to us about stuff and kept us asleep for a bit. Some people have known this for a very long time, like your granddads might have known, certain people have said something, but they were called hippies or, they're mad, they need to go to a psychiatric ward, they're talking rubbish, they're talking about this, that and the other. No, they were talking the truth, but they've been made to look stupid or, you know, like they need help or they're hippie or they don't know what to talk about or their head's in the clouds. So people laugh at them and think they're silly. So everyone forgets about it and they don't listen to what they're saying. Some people listen to what they're saying because, yeah, tin hats, they don't, because it's like, oh, laugh at them, they're just silly, they don't know what they're talking about. Well, from what I'm seeing now, they always knew what they were talking about. They were trying to get it out to help people. That's why they don't like Mel Gibson in Hollywood, whatever you want to call it. They don't like Mel Gibson. And then they used to call him always an alcoholic, always this, that and the other. There's lots of stars like that who've come out. You watch him in some of the red carpet event things over there. We've had people clapping. There's one with Meryl Streep. He was not smiling. He was looking intent like that. He knows what's going on. And if anyone's in America now, isn't there a red carpet event or something going on tonight? Going on today, whatever time it is. Because I don't know if something's going to be said on there. Because one of the crumbs was something about red carpet, follow the stars, something or other, which makes you think red carpet, follow the stars, stars are celebrities. So, I don't know. You've got to think, why are certain celebrities talking about certain things? Why are they saying Kanye, is it Kanye West, has had this breakdown. He had this breakdown. What was he saying on that stage? Because it's on YouTube, everybody. I know what he was saying because I know what's going on now. So people who don't know what's going on will be like, well, he's talking rubbish. Is he going about the radio station, this, that and the other? Why is he loving Trump all of a sudden? Trump's supposed to be a racist, is he? Really? Right, okay. I think Kanye West is black and he likes Trump and Trump likes him, so how can he be racist? He employs people of different colours and stuff. How can he be racist? People are so stupid sometimes, but I don't know. Oh, and by the way, the other day when I did a chat on something like this, so many people were watching and it said so many people after, and then it went down. And then it went back up again, because they do that as well. Make you look like not a lot of people have been watching. I don't know if anyone gets what I'm going on about, but I'm going to shut up about that now, because it's just the thing about going researching basically and trying to think outside the box. It doesn't matter what you believe, just can you actually be a free thinker and actually think for yourself and not just believe absolutely everything that's on TV. Because some stuff's going to come out, or sometimes you hear snippets of it, but then they poo-hoo it. Or when you're on telly over here, I've noticed on the news, they'll have the little line at the bottom, they'll have a snippet of something, but they won't talk about that because they're talking about celebrities and like over here, like what Ant did, and like, how big is Kim Kardashian's bum or something like that, like pathetic stuff. This is today, society, because that's the problem. Society today is pathetic because we're all too interested in the size of her bottom, or, more interested in celebrities' lives than our own, and getting on with stuff and like thinking for ourselves because they're too brainwashed with what they're doing, not interested in what they're doing. They lie about stuff anyway. All the stuff they do is to get you to buy stuff. Like a sister's lip, when she first came out going on about she didn't have a lip job and it was all to do with a lip liner and lipstick. So let's all sell my lip liner and my lipstick, advertise that and get you all buying that. Doesn't make your lips bigger, girls. She had lip implants. She didn't have lips like that before. So it's just all a big con, which is, yeah, that's what they do. But do you know what I mean? It's just like, oh, wake up, people. Rant over. But yeah. So I'm just hoping my sunflowers are going to grow up my archway, which I built it in the house the other day and then couldn't get it out because I didn't realise it was that big, which is not bad for £20 actually, but I was just like, oh, seriously thinking about what tattoos I can have on my arm next to paranoid Katie Hopkins, but like I said, I do like her. I do like her. She did a really good speech the other day. I was just like, yes. Yeah, that's another thing, Amanda, growing your own food. Because some people say, like, because I'm plant-based, I won't say I'm vegan as such at the minute anyway, because it is hard and there's a lot of things that vegans don't eat, to do with other stuff. But I'm not talking about that. It's because, when you think about vegans and people who eat more plant-based food, even if you're just trying to eat more plant-based food, but you still eat meat, it's not necessarily my thing of like, if we're all connected to animals and all that, blah, blah. It's not just saying like, oh, I don't eat meat because, I believe we're all connected and we shouldn't be eating animals. I'll tell you what my problem is. We don't really know where your meat's coming from these days. And the things I've been hearing, you don't know what's in your meat. You don't know where your meat's coming from. When they've been trying to get rid of farmers over here, but they want our British beef to be coming from another country. Well, if it's coming from another country, it isn't British beef, is it, at the end of the day? Hello? Why are we getting it from another country? I know we have to have stuff imported from different countries, like different fruits and stuff, because it's to do with the weather and where things grow and all that. But that's the thing. You've heard there's baby fetuses in vegan food. It's also in the meats and the stuff. It's in everything. That's why it infuriates me, because these elites are putting stuff in everything. So when you turn around, if everything all comes out, they'll go, "Oh, well, you've been eating it anyway because it was in vegan food." It's not in vegan food if you're actually not buying the vegan food. You don't have to buy vegan packaged food, because that's like buying when you're buying your microwavable processed meat stuff. They will put it in that because they put it in everything. And you can even say like, oh, you're growing your own stuff and then they've got chemtrails and all that. Well, at least you sort of know what's in it if you're growing it in your own back garden. And that's the thing, is I know it's in a lot of stuff. It's very hard not to eat. I mean, I heard something about halal meat the other day, about something about noodles, and like, I can't remember what it was, where we get them from. It's funding halal meat or something that people don't know. They're bringing halal meat in schools and stuff like that. I'm not saying that's a problem, but some people don't know that like, I'll have to talk about that another day. But certain things, there's a lot of things we don't know that are in our foods or bringing foods from certain places, and because they don't put labels and stuff on things, we don't know. But we have the right to know. So they can say, oh yeah, well, it doesn't matter if it all comes out, well, you've been eating this and you didn't know, and you've been eating that, we've been putting that in your food, and we're putting fetuses in your baby's fetuses in your food, and this, that, the other. Oh, that makes you a bit like cannibalism, doesn't it? Because that's going on as well. But then it's like, well, we didn't know about it. Yeah. That's what I mean. You can grow stuff. You can grow stuff. Yeah, the horse scandal. There was a horse meat scandal. Was it in McDonald's or something? And this is what people got to start thinking about. If they turned around and said, if all this stuff's true, and they go, oh well, we tricked you all because we put this in your food, so therefore you've been eating baby's fetuses or whatever, or you've been eating this, that, and the other. Yeah, everyone's going to feel sick about it. But at the end of the day, then we've been tricked. You haven't been telling us the truth. We haven't got a choice of to say, yeah, I want that to eat and that's got that in it, but I'd rather have that to eat. You are gonna choose the stuff without all the crap in it. But if it's not labelled and you're not being told off, these are the countries where food is coming in and it's got crap in it, bits of plastic and all this stuff that they're putting in food to kill us off slowly. How are we supposed to know? Like what I'm saying about all this stuff, you're gonna sit there and go, oh yeah, it's this, that, and the other. But if you don't know about it, we're not going to do anything about it. And that's what they're doing. You're not going to know anything about it. You're not going to do anything about it or try and rise up if you don't know about it. You're not going to try and eat other foods, but it is hard because it's in a lot of stuff that you wouldn't think it was in. But that's what they do. Yeah, in sales, and the meat was recalled, exactly. That's what I mean. You can't eat a lot of food because they stick things in fruit. They stick things in eggs. There's salmonella. They put in stuff in stuff. It's to depopulation, depopulate, blah, 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 and all that. And people might come on in and be like, "What are you talking about?" Well, you need to go and do your research, and it is hard. So it's like you can't do everything. You can grow a bit of food in your garden, but they don't even want us doing that. Because seeds and stuff, they'll be from the GMO stuff and all that. People know what I'm talking about, but they don't give us a choice to eat. Exactly, GMO is fucking up the balance of the food. It is. It is. But if we were given a choice to say we can eat that crap if you want to eat it, but if you really want to eat proper organic, blah, blah, grow your own food, do this, blah, 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 do that then. But we don't have a choice because they don't want us to have a choice because they want to feed us crap. That's why people are getting bigger and stuff. That might sound harsh, but it's the crap they put in our food and it gets you addicted. Sugar is a drug. Sugar is addictive. It's in alcohol. Alcohol turns to sugar. You know, there's a lot of things that are addictive because the additives and things they put on it keeps us addictive. It keeps us eating. It keeps us buying because you like the taste of it. This, that and the other. If you actually come off stuff for a bit, sometimes it's hard. Like when you come off coffee and stuff, you get headaches and stuff. You're detoxing from it. You'll realise that you don't actually need it and you lose that taste for the thing you were addicted to. Yeah, mental health. Yeah, you believe mental health is down to food. I think a lot of it is. Some people will argue the fact with that, but if you think about the days when your grandmother and granddad years ago, after the war, all that, all, you know, when they were on rations and they had more, you know, meat and veg, as in, you know, free, or what I would call free range roaming meat and stuff, and like veg and stuff like that. Um, yeah, yeah, addicted to cheese, and cheese is bad. They're putting plastics in cheese and stuff. They were slimmer then and healthier then and this, that and the other because they didn't have all the crap that we have today. We're addicted to the crap that we have. We are, you know? So, what's that supposed to be? Yeah, we're growing up on processed food. So, they weren't grown up on processed food. And to me, they were a lot healthier. But the generation that have been grown up on processed food, why is there all this stuff now then? Why is there all this stuff now? You're not thinking. That's what I mean about thinking. Well, why? It's not down to what they're saying, it's down to all this, that, and if it's down to the crap that they give us, you know. And if we were told what was properly in stuff and what it actually did, like when I said when you're using your sprays, right, this isn't a spray around the house, this is a sealer thing, but when you're spraying things around your house and that, what it actually causes, leukemia and stuff like that, you wouldn't use it. But you're not told properly, or the big words on the back of the ingredients, you just think, oh, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. It's chemicals. They do harm us. They do make us ill. Stuff you wouldn't think make us ill, but it is hard because it's everywhere. Wi-Fi radiations make you ill. Your phone waves and your phone make you ill. It can give you cancer. But what I'm on now, everything, basically, everything. That's why it's so hard, but you can get rid of little bits just by doing little bits. It's mad. It is mad. Yeah, it's bonkers. So you sort of can't get away from it. Yeah, maybe. Probably does. But yeah, people just think you're mad, especially when you can't talk to other people about it and friends, because I do go on to friends about it and they just go, but I just think, well, maybe they might see something when I've said something that might make them think about it. But then again, there are some people, that don't want to know, and even if they know, they're not bothered, so they'll just go back and think, well, you know, I'll leave it up to all them people who are trying to save the world, whatever it is. And that's fine, but at the end of the day, if we all sat down with that thought and thought, well, it doesn't really matter, then nothing will get done. But it does matter. It matters. It matters to make every country around the world great again and not having all this crap that's going on. You know, and stuff like that. So, and then you get the people on, the people who don't want to hear, the people who want to distract you and stuff like that. I know, well, they always come on, don't they? So, you know, they're just silly. But they control all they want because the trolls are probably the lefties anyway. So obviously, because of what I'm talking about, you will get trolls on. And it's funny because that site I was telling you about, that YouTube where you can go over, they get loads of trolls on there. But the funny thing that I've noticed, they've gone on and then they started getting red pilled and then they've shut up because they've actually realised if they actually get off their ass and go and do some research, they might actually learn something, you know, instead of hiding behind the computers and trolling people. But like I said, do what makes you happy. That's what some people like doing, you know. It's not really adding anything to the world, is it? Putting a message across, trolling. But if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. Have you done, did you put your video up, Amanda, of your grounding thing? I've done some more somewhere. I don't know where they are. Where are they? My shoes. Mark actually said the other day something about, on his channel, about, give me a shout out about doing the, men's ones with skulls on or something. But, green ones. I'm going to put that back there behind me anyway. So Mr. Bum can see why I call Mr. Bum. I could say something, but I'm not going to because it's just a bit, what a name. I don't know. No, I was looking for it. I was like, oh, I'll look for it. But I think you might be on the wrong channel, Mr. Bum, if that's your name. Oh, it doesn't bother me. They just go on, don't they? They're just silly. It's probably a child anyway. Sounds like one. That's the sort of thing they come out with, but just ignore him. But, yeah. But I might... What have I been watching? Not on the telly. Mind you saying that I shouldn't be really watching Netflix, but I've watched the whole series of Lost in Space. That was quite good. I think I said that the other day. Someone told me to go and watch something else, but I can't remember. I might actually go and watch some more Speaker's Corners. I just found it quite... I know some people aren't going to like this. I was watching a guy called Tan talking about what he talks about and people coming around him, how he's, he's got some... He's brave anyway, standing there. He's only little, but, he just stands his ground with everything. Oh, have you got your... Oh, I'd love to have a greenhouse. I need to get a polytunnel or something. Oh, I don't let negative energy come in my space. If they want to come in, I can block them. But if they want to come in and say silly things, that's up to them. I've said before in posts before, when someone comes on trolling you, or whatever they're doing, people in your life saying things, whatever, it's a reflection of them. So if they're hating on me for something or just coming up with stupid stuff because they haven't got nothing else to do, it's just a reflection of them, Or sometimes it's a reflection of them because what I'm saying is true, but they don't like it or they don't want to believe it, so they have to put something in there to distract and whatever, Who? Who are you going on about? Oh, I know who you're going to say. Why does it say view deleted message? But yeah, I don't know. It's just one of them days today. Like, I did want to go in the garden. I should really, but it's a bit... I don't know, it's just not nice today. I think I might changing these over again to a different colour, which I might go and do. I might go and do these and go and watch a bit of might go and watch We the People actually and see if anything's been dropped or going on, or if Gran Torino's on there, because I love Gran Torino with his big beard, his Irish accent. I love Irish accents. And Daddy Dragon's good as well. See if they're saying anything about anything, because I like to pop in, see what's going on, and pop out again, see what's going on YouTube, pop here, pop there on YouTube, see what everybody's talking about, not just, that thing in the corner, the black box. Oh, I don't know where he's from. I can't figure out his accent. He might watch this after. I don't know. I can't figure out where he might have said where he's from on his thing. Where his accent's from. I'm not sure. But yeah, so we've got to finish that off. Hippy dippy poppy pippy. What's that? I like it. Hippy dippy poppy pippy. Pippy. But yeah, I have actually got as well, going on about Q, I've actually ordered a Q sew on patch that I'm going to sew on a coat or something. But it's dead funny because sometimes they'll start making songs up with Q in, so it'll be like what were they saying the other day? Like, it's just the Q of us. You know, they start making daft songs with the letter Q in it. I see Q people. I know, I painted it. I was like, what? How can you advertise it just to make people think, like, people come up to you go, who's Q? And then you can send them to the channel. I see Q people. Boom. Where we go one, because we are all one, wherever you're from, where we go one, we go all. And then on the back, I think I'm going to put, well, I did, but it's too small, The Great Awakening, because that's what it is. I haven't actually took it out of the, yeah. My shopping bag. Some people won't know. They'll just be thinking, what the hell, what's that bag say? What is that? But it's to make people think. I know there's going to be stickers going out because someone said they're getting stickers out. They're going to be putting them on the cars. You know, like we did in Manchester with the Bumblebee, with the arena thing. Yeah, so I'm just saying, you know, you don't have to like it, believe it, whatever. But if you start seeing anyone, hearing anyone talking about Q, or seeing the letter about, you'll know why. It's because that just means people are talking. Yeah, they're doing car stickers. They're going to be doing car stickers. I think Gran Torino said he was going to be doing some, or someone said they will be. Or just see if there's just Q stickers on eBay, as in just the letter Q, and you can just stick that one. But even if you don't believe it, whatever, it's to make people think, what is this thing? Even if they don't believe in Q, they're going to go and find them channels that are talking about it, even if it is the wrong channels, and everyone's going to be wondering why. Yeah, there is all that, and people think that, but I just think, yeah, but even if it is, it's, to me, it's helping. But then if you look at what Trump is actually doing, the things he has done, that is good that they don't tell you, that's going along with what Q's been saying anyway. So I don't know. Nobody really knows. Like, nobody knows if that. I don't think it's one person. It's a group who's helping Trump as well. But that again is making you think, well, why? But to me, if it wasn't real, or it was a bad thing, or maybe there's an agenda behind that, I don't know. Why would they be telling you to go and deep dive down the rabbit hole and go and research, and then you're finding this stuff out yourself? They're letting us find it out of the bad stuff that's going on. So whatever it is, whoever it is, I just think, well, whatever, because people are learning stuff. I don't know. It'd be great if we did, but maybe we'll never know, because maybe Q will have to come back if something happens again in the future. In a sense, I would love to know, but in a sense, at the end of the day, I'm not really bothered if we don't, because I just think, well, you know, um, if it's helping, because how can it be like on the bad side? Because through that, and if it is, they're stupid, because people have gone doing research now and people are finding out. I believe it's just a way of waking the people up, because I don't know, what's classed as good people have realised years and years that we have been slowly just falling asleep and letting all the countries around the world go to poo, basically, and letting all this stuff happen, and everyone's turning a blind eye to it because of what they see on telly. Yeah, there's a lot of TV programs from the past now that are showing you lots of stuff, what is going on, and people don't believe it because, yeah, Vendetta film, like, oh, well, I don't believe it because it's fantasy, it's a film. Well, no, it's not. It is actually what's going on. But they twist it. But because you think it's a film, you don't think it's real. Like, people have been talking about, I haven't seen it, the film, oh, what's it called? Is it Hostage or whatever? Things like that, where people go, oh, well, it's not. Well, it is. But if these were people with an agenda, Q, well, they're going about it the wrong way, because people are digging and they're finding out stuff. So, and the Hive is talking around the world about what is happening. And like I said, I believe it was something to wake people up, because we've been not taking any notice of stuff that's been told. People in high up places are not taking notice. Even the police, the government and stuff like that are choosing not to speak out and stuff, maybe because they can't, or they're getting paid money not to, or they're getting blackmailed, or they know they're going to lose their job, whatever. So they're not speaking out. But it's for the people to start doing their own homework and research to actually find out what's going on. So we are waking up. It's to make the people wake up and stand up and be patriots of their country, and to realise what the constitution is and the laws of how they're trying to poo-hoo the laws or move them about or hide them, and people aren't really looking at them. So things start happening because the things that they're doing, some of it is against the law, but we don't know because we haven't been taught at school about the constitution properly, or blah 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 and all this, that and the other, and that's what it is. Maybe I'm Q. I don't know. Maybe. No. But do you know what I mean? As in, it'd be great to know if all this came out and it was true and it was like, who is Q? Who's Q? It'd be great to know who he is or the group. But then again, if we never do, I'm not really bothered. I'd like it to stay like, who is Q? But whatever, if that has helped us along with somebody else, woo woo, then who cares basically? If it's helping the world to wake up, then we do, but we don't, because people in Britain know about Q because they're on that channel that I'm on and they're knowing, and I can see people talking about it. But then again, some people don't know, but they know the issues that have been brought up, because I think Q is just another way of getting it out to people, especially on the internet, because there's lots of people in alternative groups and different things that watch different things or stuff you're doing outside. Some people are finding out through other stuff. Some people are finding out on here. Some people are finding out through Q, but it's all going to come together. People are waking up. I've seen a lot of people in Britain on there. A lot of people are talking about it, the people that know. The people that are asleep, some will wake up, some won't, some maybe in a few years, some might not want to know. They're not going to choose to know. Yeah, it's Q Anonymous. He's anonymous. That's what it is. QAnon. Q Anonymous. He's anonymous. Nobody knows. That's why some people have a hard time. Like, well, who is this guy? I don't know. But at the end of the day, like I said, he's putting it out there, the breadcrumbs, for people to find. People only if you're doing your own research and watching the right channels. Because, like I said, there are some that are trying to put you off and feeding you lies and saying it's a conspiracy theory. But if you actually go and do your own research, you're going to find out. I don't know. I was going to put that on the bag as well. Like, who is Q? Favourite letter of the alphabet, Q, number 17. But I don't know if anyone gets what I'm saying, but if that's wrong, they've gone about it the wrong way, because everybody's learning stuff. And some, I don't know if it was Fox News, I don't know, there's some news channel that was calling Trump and different things and have started to change a little bit now. Because you know, when it all goes down the news channels and that, because there ain't going to be, we're not going to be watching them news channels, the narrative media. People are trying to find alternative news places to go to, like on here, because like I said, the people tell the truth. The government don't tell the truth. The people tell the truth. I didn't see that then. It's the people who tell the truth. The people on the street. Not the government. Like my granddad said, he worked for the papers and said, don't believe everything the papers say. That is the media. That was them before TV. He worked for them and said that. So you can't tell me anything, because my granddad said that back in them days. Said that. There must be something in it. He knew. But people will say, but this has been going on for time. Yeah, it has been going on for time. All these things have been going on for time. Even the horrible things have been going on for time that we thought we didn't have now, but we do. But still, if we're not told about it, we can't do anything about it. My mum, because that was her dad who said that, goes, oh yeah, I know, but. And I went, no, there's no but. But she says, yeah, but. And I go, but what? And she goes, but I watched the news. I went, yeah. Does it mean it's true because it's on the black box in the corner? But my mum's contradictive, because she doesn't have Wi-Fi, which is probably a good thing in a sense. Certain things she doesn't like, and certain things that's going on, she goes, oh, well, that's why I've never done that. That's why I've never done that. That's why I don't like this. And I said, then you understand in a sense. You understand in a sense. But then she always puts a but on the end of it. But it's like, but why would they lie? Why would they lie? Why would they lie? That's what you've got to think about. Because they are not bothered. We're nothing to people like that who have all this money. We're nothing. It doesn't matter. It's always been like that. It's like someone said, it's like the Hunger Games. You had them people that were watching and all the people fighting against each other in the Hunger Games, in the Matrix, don't forget, because when she did shoot that arrow up, it was like a dome, wasn't it? A Matrix thing. Yeah, money and power. They're not bothered. They're greedy. They're greedy for money and fame and whatever it is. You know, they're not bothered about that. About the ego, which I've talked about before. Exactly, we aren't a part of the 13 bloodlines. It is to do with the bloodlines, and they don't care about us. So when you think about the film of, because it's in lots of films, they put it out there. They say they put stuff out there so they can say they're not lying. It's out there in films and stuff, but we just think, oh, it's a film. Like the film, The Hunger Games, you have all them people, you know, the rich people living on that really nice place, and they put all those like working class people in the game fighting against each other, which we are doing now in the real world because we fight against religion and everything. Everyone's calling each other this, calling each other that, blah, 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 fighting against each other. People are killing each other, going to war with each other. That basically is what it is because of those higher up. It doesn't need to be like this, but it is because that's how they want it to be. But like I said, hive mind is beginning to talk now. You only have to go on YouTube and just once you start looking, they'll start coming up obviously because when you start looking at certain YouTubers, what people are saying, then all the other stuff starts coming up at the side. You just need to do your research. And people get mad about it and upset, really, really mad, and I mean mad. Like you're gonna have a breakdown. Then you calm down a bit. Then you've got to think. You know, it's not a certain group of people. It's not her, him, that other. It's the controllers above them, of that religion or that government or that establishment or whatever it is, controlling the others to think the way they want them to think. They don't want you thinking for yourself. What a massive rant. So I'm going to go now because I could just go on and on and on and on, but you can't. On and on and on, queuing on, queuing on and on, queuing on. Because some people won't get it. That's what I mean, and that's why I have been going on about it lately. It's not really a thing I rabbit on about. People might see it as a negative thing, but at the end of the day, it is a positive thing because I'm saying it because, thanks, I'm saying it because don't sit there on the fence and say, oh, she said, what is she going on about? If you start hearing things, you'll understand. Even if it's in a few months, you think, someone talking about Q or my friend mentioned it, whatever. If you're interested, you don't have to be. You can go home, go to bed, wake up in the morning. Don't have to think about it. But if you are, go on the channels I've told you to go about and just like think about it. You know, just think about it and have your own thoughts on it, not what your friends telling you because they're friends. So, you know, like, I don't mean not trust your friends, but have your own mind basically. Do a bit of digging. You might find some of it interesting, you might not. You might not like some of the stuff you find, you might think I don't want to listen to it anymore. I'm just gonna let everyone else get on with it. And that's fair enough, but you can't sit there on the fence and go, oh, I don't believe this. Right, you might not believe it, and I'm not saying it's true, I'm just saying this is what I think, go and research. That's what they're saying on the other channels. It's not you must believe this, like some people say in certain groups and stuff. It's, you don't have to believe it, but don't just sit on the fence and think, well, it's not true. Go and find out, do a bit of research, and then see what you think. And then if you definitely don't think it's true, you don't, but you might come across some stuff you're not going to like as well. But that's how everyone gets talking. We need to talk to each other. That's why they don't want to talking to each other. Thanks. That's why they're getting rid of pubs. That's what your granddad and your dad used to do years ago. Men used to go in the pubs to talk about things that, you know, in a public house, to talk about discussions, debates. They had debates and discussions, you know, and talked about stuff, hive minding sort of thing. But that's why they're trying to get rid of the pubs and stuff. That's why they're all shutting. They don't want anyone talking about anything because you can't go in a pub and debate now, or because you might say the wrong thing because you might be a racist or a sexist. You can't say that on. You can't say this and you can't say that. That is what is going on. If people don't get that, then you don't get it. You know, you just go back to sleep. It doesn't matter. So I will be coming back on soon. It won't be these chats, but these chats will probably come up and again when I start seeing things. Oh, by the way, Kelly, if you're on after, when I said I got them lovely messages the other day, and off you, Amanda, that was really nice of you. Kelly sent me, because I'm sending her some of these to test out, just the first ones that I made. She said she'd send me some jewellery that she made. So she sent me this lovely bracelet with a heart on, funnily enough. I think she said it was gemstone, but I don't know what gemstones are, but it's really pretty, so I have got it on. Thank you. that came the other day. I should be sending yours Monday or Tuesday when the weather's nice, because I've got to walk to a different post office now because mine apparently is shut. Don't know why, because it's only like 2 minutes away, but now I've got further to go. Maybe it'll be open this week, but I will definitely know. I'll tell you. Oh, and I was making some paper beads the other day just to see if I can make them. They look like beads, but they're actually made out of junk mail that comes through the door. So have a nice Sunday. Doing whatever you're doing, watching whatever you're watching the news or not watching the news, digging or not digging, researching or not researching, whatever. Oh yeah, that'd be great, Amanda. You'll have to let me know. Be good. I'd have to meet up somewhere. That'd be good. But yeah. But like I said, I'm not telling people, I'm not bothered if people watch my channel and they don't believe what I'm saying. It doesn't mean you have to fall out of each other. Everyone's allowed a different opinion. It's just my opinion at the minute. Maybe it'll change, maybe it won't. If it does change, I'll tell you. Because we know through watching me, I change my mind on lots of different things. But at the minute, it's not, and that's okay. Even if you don't like the people that I've talked about, that's okay. You're allowed to like and dislike people. Everybody's different. You are allowed, despite what they say, to believe in what you believe in and like who you like or not like. If you don't like me, don't watch me. Is she? She could be. We could be from the Q group. I don't know. I don't believe there's just one. I believe there's a few. But then again, if you're into it, we probably are all Q because hive minds talk about the same thing. Everybody. But I don't know if we'll ever know. It'd be just funny to have a debate of like people in the end, if it all came out like not knowing who it is, but trying to think who it could be. Could be Elvis Presley for all you know. Maybe he never died. Maybe it's Elvis Presley. And I'm only joking, but you never know. So I'll see you soon. Have a great weekend, and don't take offence to anything I've said. It's just like I said. You have your mind. You think what you want. You like who you want. It doesn't matter. See you soon. Bye.